Hey everybody, Sam and Megan. Today we're going to be checking out the Miller Hill Mall. I know what you're all thinking, that's not abandoned, but it sure in the hell is a dead mall. If you go in there now, you can tell it's totally different from back when we were kids and we went in there. The mall opened in 1973, and I guess it expanded in 87, and the main anchors were glass block, and then later on it was acquired by Dillard's, and then they sold out to Yonkers. And they also had Montgomery Ward, if anyone remembers that, and that got replaced by DSW Shoe Warehouse, Barnes & Noble, and Old Navy. The parking lot that you're looking at right now is over by Sears, which isn't even there no more. It closed down about a year ago, and it never really had anyone in its parking lot. But all the cars you've seen as we rolled in, those aren't even people that are shopping at the mall. That's actually cars from I believe the Ford dealership that's over by the Perkins. Not everything in this mall is necessarily closed. As you all know, 2020, COVID-19, stuff is shut down at the moment. But I can also believe that some of these places are going to be going out of business as they just weren't getting that much customers in the first place. As you can see, that red Miller Hill Mall wall actually used to be the entrance to Sears. I believe Essentia just bought up the whole mall, and they're going to be turning that area into probably office spaces or, whatever Essentia does. They usually take over something, and when they do, I believe that they're going to up everyone's rent that's here, and people are going to end up not being able to pay their rent for their building, and they're going to lose their lot at the mall. These little pop-up stores, or I don't know if you call them, like middle of the mall stands. They usually have iPhone cases and knickknacks that you never see anyone buying. I don't know if those have just been covered, tarped off for COVID, but even when they're not, you never really see anyone buying anything. They usually try to con you into buying something at them places that you really don't need. I believe this is another jewelry store. I'm not sure if they're closed off for the COVID, but yeah, they're shut down right now, unless they were going out of business. Never really see anybody in that store. Over here, this is where Essentia ended up buying the old Yonkers, and they ended up walling the whole thing off. Oh, they gated it. My bad. I can't see from back here. But yeah, I'm assuming it's open during business hours, unless for the COVID they have it locked off. But yeah, that whole part that was Yonkers is a long hallway now that leads down with offices on left and right, and with the gym down there they just opened up. And this is just a little hallway on the end that, as you can see, they didn't really care to fix the floor. Getting down here now by Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body. These are probably going to be two stores going out of business. If you've been reading the news lately, these places aren't surviving. I think they're in debt. I think they were in debt, but since the pandemic, I believe they announced they're going to be closing these stores and not reopening. This corner store used to be a Best Buy, and then I believed it was a gaming store for like 80s, 90s Nintendo games and cards, and they were selling football memorabilia, basketball stuff. They were only there for maybe 2 years, and then they ended up closing down. And now it's some bathroom place, which I highly doubt is going to make it. This here's another entrance to the Yonkers when it wrapped around. They have that all walled off too for Essentia Health. Nice open skylight. They have a bunch of signs on the ground that they want people to walk in a certain direction for the pandemic, but no one really cares about that. That bubble tea, that was a place where you go and try tea and buy all types of herby teas, and I think they're shut down for good. This is another pop-up shop. It used to be like a Bristol's with like swimsuits and stuff in there. Then the pop-up shop came and it turned into like a place where you get tattoos for like a month, and they ended up closing down. They just couldn't survive. And here we got another JCPenney's. Every store has one. They just reopened up. I guess as we were filming the tree, Megan noticed that people like to throw their do-rags on the ground. So just remember to pick those up, people. It's kind of disgusting. This is like the DMV, and there's people lined up. Security guard, they're all about 6 or 16 feet away from each other. How far you have to be away from each other. Social distancing. If you mess up, the doors can smack you around, I guess. As we started walking over, that was another one of Yonkers entrances over there, which is now Essentia, right where the gym is now. As you'll see, the further we went with this video, walking down the corridor over here, there must have been a guy. I don't know if he was homeless or whatnot, but he's down there trying to mix a drink or something. And the mall has just, gone downhill since when I was a kid. That even though mall security is rolling around and whatnot, they never seem to catch these people. I guess we don't have video of that guy, but yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video.